My name is Emily Eddington. I graduated from Monmouth College in 2006, and I'm now a morning news anchor at WSIL-TV in Southern Illinois. Well, I think Monmouth has an instant appeal when you first get on the campus. You look around and it's a really beautiful setting, and I think you get drawn in by just that sort of physical appeal of the campus. But I got to know not only a cheerleading coach here before I got started, but I also got to know some of the faculty members, some students that graduated from my high school that already went here. And so I could tell that they all had really positive experiences and great things to say about Monmouth College. And also I knew I wanted to pursue a career in communications, and I felt like sort of the smaller class size made it a little less intimidating maybe to get into that. I knew I'd be doing a lot of speeches and a lot of talking in front of a class and in front of a professor, and everything here made it very conducive to learning and improving in that way. Well, it was really exciting when I got started here at Monmouth because MCTV, the campus TV station, was really starting to blossom at that point. And by the time I was a senior, we were doing weekly newscasts. And so that was a great experience. And the professors here also really encouraged me to have an internship before I graduated. So between my junior and senior year, for 3 months during that summer, I interned at KHQA-TV in Quincy, Illinois. And so that gave me some real hands-on experience at a TV station. They were such a small station that they put me to work. They didn't have the resources to just say, hey, take this camera for fun and go do a, do a pretend story. I had to come back with something that they could air. So I learned a lot there, but also when I started at WSIL, at one point my news director asked me where I learned to write. And he was impressed by that, and I was kind of shocked. I was like, Monmouth College, that's where I went to school. And SIU does have a really strong broadcasting program, but in a way, it's so big that I don't know how much individual attention happens there. I see a lot of graduates come to our school from there, and I feel like coming from Monmouth, just having that individual attention on some key things, which are writing and just being a really clear communicator, it paid off a lot. I think so, definitely. Joining Pi Phi, also being in cheerleading for 4 years, those things came together to really force me to manage my time along with the academic side of things. And I felt like I gained a lot of opportunities for leadership through those organizations. And in cheerleading, we were kind of between coaches at times. There wasn't necessarily that strong one leader that got us through all 4 years, and I think some of the members of the team had to really step up at times, and we competed at a national competition in Minneapolis, Minnesota for a couple of years, and also while I was here we integrated guys on the squad, and for a small school like this, getting guys to get on board with cheerleading was an interesting thing, but we did it and it was a great experience. Yeah, over the course of the past 3 years, I started up a YouTube channel, and it was really just a recreational thing for me. It was a way for me to kind of exercise one of my passions. I enjoy makeup, and I like the artistic aspect of it, the creativity that it allows, and just the ability to see sort of that transformation happen. And so I started up a YouTube channel kind of doing product reviews and just educating people a little bit more about makeup, and I came out really getting a lot of viewership over the course of 3 years, and I've topped about 100,000 subscribers and 15 million video views, and it's become a source of revenue as well, getting involved in the YouTube Partner Program. Every time someone clicks on an ad on your video, basically you get some of that money, and so it's been a nice additional source of income, but I'm doing something that I really, really enjoy, so it's just it's a nice release, I guess, from the day-to-day news world where the stories aren't always so pleasant and you can just kind of come home and do what you want. Well, I think I've been kind of fascinated by the TV world ever since I was a kid. I would watch the news quite a bit and think about what it might be like to be in on that, kind of a production. But when I was really young, I thought I could never do this because I can't memorize all those words. And then someone enlightened me about the teleprompter, and I thought, well, maybe it's possible after all. And I came to Monmouth, and I kind of thought, well, Communication sounds like a good major to have here, but I wasn't 100% sure I wanted to go into news. And then really MCTV and just the ability to go out with a little camera and just, really get in on the ground floor of what putting a story together is all about really appealed to me. And once I did do that internship, it really clinched everything for me. Well, I thought maybe he would have mentioned it, but I guess it was just memorable on my end. But during our senior year, we had the big homecoming spirit shout thing out on the track, and during that time Tyler actually proposed to me, and I was completely shocked in that moment. I did not see it coming. I was so consumed with this routine that we were trying to put together and do that night, and when he called me up there, it was in a matter of seconds that he popped the question, and I think my jaw just dropped to the stage, and I just thought, wow, is this really happening right now? But girls came up to me afterwards, so they were crying and I was crying, and it was a positive experience and one of the most vivid memories I have from Monmouth College.